Just about, yes, on the Malizia Instagram.
We thought she was, but then she got wet. And Team Malizia. Okay, we have to her away, so let's hear
Hello everyone, you are live from the Malizia technical rib here. My name's Roman and sorry it's going to be a little bit difficult today, but we're here at the start of leg 3 of the ocean race in Cape Town. You can see in the background we have Table Mountain, and we've come in a little bit late, but the start of the race has been given already. So the start was given about 40 seconds ago, and we have about maybe 20 to 25 knots of wind. You can see in the background the boats are heading towards us, so we are currently at Mark 1 of the course. So this is a rectangular course like the import race, if for those of you that have followed us, and the boats will be going around the Mark 1, driving around Mark 2 and going back towards Mark 3. As you see in the background there, that's Biotherm coming towards us, doing some spectacular stunts on their foils. If you remember from the import race, that's not effectively very quick, but with these gusty conditions, it's kind of hard to control it. So essentially the crews need to anticipate how much lift they get from these foils, and in that case they need to preset the rake of their foils to match the conditions. Here obviously Biotherm have potentially too much rake, but under pressure it's hard to reduce the rake, so they have to just live with it or slow the boat down to reduce that rake. So we're at Mark 2 here, and Biotherm is clearly way ahead of the others, who seem to be stuck in a hole of no wind.
Look at it!
That's incredible.
Oh, wow!
There you see Biotherm have now gone around Mark 1, but like I said, the jibe here in these conditions is super tricky, so they're hopefully going to do a safe maneuver. So they're going to slow the boat right down and then bring the mainsail and the jib around to the starboard side and head back towards Mark 3 of the course. Here they are going into their maneuver. So sorry for this late start to the live, but as you can see, conditions are super tricky right now. Oh, in position 2 is Malizia there in the background. Would you mind introducing yourself? We've got a local celebrity here with us on the rib, and I'll let you listen to a bit of an introduction.
What's up, family? Team Malizia all the way! My name is Tapelo Mokoena, African actor, storyteller, and today I'm not on a film set making my movies or my series. It's been my weekend off set, and I decided to join a different set and come out to see and play. It's been such an amazing experience, learning about the ocean race, learning about, sea life and the blue planet. And what an honor to meet these international teams, the cause that they stand behind, and just it taking place in South Africa. It's been so phenomenal. So one love and respect to every single person. God bless.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you, man. Nice to be on board.
All right. Going back to the race course, we have Malizia have just gone around Mark 1 in second position. You can see quite an impressive show here as the boats are speeding along on their foils. We have 11th hour going full speed and stable flight. Holcim in the background. Quite impressive scenes here in these tricky conditions. I think The boats now have chosen quite a conservative sail configuration. You can see they've gone for 2 reefs and a J4 or 3 for some of them. But the idea here is to really just be safe and not have any material damage, because this next leg will be super long. So you can see they've all slowed down. That's because they're waiting for a good moment to do their jibe. Now the jibe in these kinds of conditions is super risky and a lot of danger involved, so the teams are going to make sure that they do a super clean maneuver and not break anything. You can see Biotherm in the background have done their jibe and they're heading on starboard tack back over to Mark III. Sail flapping, their main all the way ease. I don't envy them right now because these are super tricky conditions. Malizia have safely done their jibe and they're heading slowly towards Mark II. Now the reason they're not deploying any of their big forward sails is obviously because in these conditions there's too much risk and the leg is not long enough for it to be worth the potential material damage. So this is the start of a super. So some of you have asked how long this leg is going to be. It's hard to say because weather forecasts go up to sort of 16 days at the best. So we can only look at statistical weather information, and from that we're looking at between 35 and 40 days at sea before they go to Itajai. So quite a long leg. So although this start is quite impressive and it is important to get away clean, what's more important is to be in good shape to tackle the super long leg ahead. Once again, for those who have just joined us, we're here in the technical rib in super tricky conditions. We are just to windward of Mark 1 and we're in Cape Town, South Africa, with the Table Mountain in the background. We've got a few of the technical team here in the rib. We've got a local celebrity here next to me. We've got Stu, the boat captain, Barry, the driver. We got Will, the rigger, behind us, and Josh, the harbour master for the V&A.
Josh, say hi.
Will, do you want to say a few words about the start and what you've seen so far?
Yeah, well, that was pretty lively. They obviously they were expecting to start all together, but they got stuck in a bit of a hole under the city with their small sails, and as soon as they caught the wind, they were able to reach down to this leeward mark. But as Rome, I think, said, that probably had a bit too much angle on the foils, and we're all getting a bit high. And then they had to do this tight turn at the bottom, which is a jibe, which on these boats isn't particularly easy with the minimal amount of winches. And they obviously are very conscious of not damaging the boat. Normally in the ocean, you might not actually do that manoeuvre. You call it a granny tack and actually tack the boat. It's much safer. But no, they're all made it through. They're all good. And they're all tight reaching now back up towards the city. I don't know if we're going to follow them or what. No, we're going to wait here and let them come to us, because they can sail in these conditions a lot quicker than we can go in a rib. You can see now we've got Bioson's got a healthy lead. Malizia in second, 11th hour in third, Holcim in fourth, and Goyo in 5. And they're all now foiling back up wind, so over 20 knots, 18, 20 knots of wind. These boats will foil back up wind at around 70 true wind angle. Great on flat water like this, and they'll be going back up wind at 20 knots, 22 at times. Just incredible to see. And then how many marks have they got left, Rome? Two more.
They've got 3 more marks.
3 more marks, and then they can set some bigger sails and start heading south. And then they have to go back upwind for a couple of days. So a pretty brutal start to this third leg of the ocean race. If anyone's got any questions, send them in, and we'll try and answer them. See Biosin's stopped a little bit. It looks like they're all sailing up to a little hole in by the city there. So it's going to go a little bit light, and they'll have to work their way through it with the small sails, and then get back into the breeze coming back this way. Yeah, Biosin stopped right up there. It looks like 11th hour have caught up with Malizia. They've got into the same hole, and they've all been headed and stopped, unfortunately. Right, we're going to start moving, so we'll be back shortly. Signing off.